good morning, you beautiful people. So I had the girls over last night. We had our like Christmas girls night. We just literally wore Christmas jammies and did finger foods and exchanged gifts and did all of that. So it was so much fun because my friend Tori, she is from Pittsburgh, so she goes home for Christmas. So she's leaving Sunday to go home for Christmas, and the rest of us just have like crazy family stuff going on in the next week. So we just went ahead and did ours last night, which was Friday night. Next Friday is Christmas. So my fiance is back in Canada. He is spending Christmas with his family this year. And then he'll be back right after Christmas to be here for New Year's. I did get my ring size, you guys, but it's like still too big. We're gonna try, I'm gonna try it on with a wrap because that's what I want for my band, is a wrap to go with it. So I'm gonna take it to a different jeweler and see about, do I need to have it sized again, or if the wrap will help make it fit a little better. So my fingers swell a little bit in the mornings, so it's a little tighter right now, but like by the end of the day, it's like falling off. So anyway, just an update on that. The dogs are doing really well. So Knox is like completely healed. His face is still, he does have some issues still with that nerve in his face. But he overall is just like super happy, and like one of his ears like sticks up like this and the other one is a little flatter now. I'm looking at him right now and he's so stinking cute. So yeah, I wanted to update you guys on that. And then in the last vlog, I told you guys that I had gotten a pan from our place. That pan right there. I'm obsessed with it. It's the only pan, I think. I don't know. I will link it down below. I'm not sponsored. I bought it with my own money on Black Friday. But I watch Kim Tai and she talks about these pans all the time. And so I was like, let me order one. So I got the green one, obviously, because you know, that's on brand. But I absolutely love this pan, you guys. Like nothing sticks to it. It literally just rinse it out. Like I have the Gotham steel set that I got right after I moved into this house. At first I loved them. I have not loved them over the year. Stuff sticks to them. They're not supposed to stick, but stuff sticks to them all the time. It's just like I have to scrub them. This literally, I can rinse it out and it's clean. So I absolutely love this pan. I actually want the Dutch oven that they have at our place, or I might get another one of these pans just so that I can cook two things at once. But anyway, I wanted to update you guys because I told you guys how I would like that. So today the plan is my house is pretty much clean since I had the girls over last night and we just did finger food, so it wasn't like a lot of stuff to clean up. I do have some dishes in the sink, but I have got to wrap presents. So I have like a corner over here that's just presents. So I figured I would like wrap presents with you guys, because I don't know about you, but like I have like a thing about Christmas paper. It all has to be a vibe. Like it has to match the aesthetic in the room. I don't know if that's like the artist in me or what, but everything has to match. Like when we're picking out wrapping paper, my fiance was like, you have the worst taste in wrapping paper, because he wanted like Christmas paper, like red and green and all these fun, and I was like, oh no, that doesn't match. That doesn't match the room. Like we have to, it all has to be a vibe. So anyway, I'm gonna go get all the stuff ready and set up, and we are gonna wrap the rest of these presents, and I'm gonna have some coffee. So drink my coffee and then we will wrap some presents. Yeah, so those are the big ones today. Just gonna wrap presents and then chill, because this week at work was, you guys, my job. I love my job. I love the people I work with, but it's just very stressful. So anyway, I did get some new camera gadgets too. Y'all are sitting on a new tripod. And then I got these things. Which are kind of fun. I got this idea because I have my GoPro, and it has these similar things, but they're like clips. So, and then they have the attachment for your camera. I got these off Amazon, obviously. And then you can kind of like, so if I'm like wanting to cook, and I can clip it to the cabinet, and then you guys can see what I'm doing better. Anyway, we'll see how these work out. They seem really, really sturdy. So I got those. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get all of my wrapping paper supplies out, and then we will move this into the living room. Look at that sweet baby. Just hanging out. Hi, buddy. So, every time I start to film, Knox decides that's the time he wants to go drink water. So I got all of my wrapping paper out. I'm really, really hoping that I have enough to finish the gifts. I don't have a ton left to wrap. Yeah, so I figured we would wrap presents. I moved all the stuff off my coffee table because I am too chubby to be sitting on the floor. And if somebody wants some attention. And I'm in Christmas jammies. So we're gonna wrap presents and just hang out. So this puppy is doing pretty good. The other puppy is doing good as well. So yeah, let's wrap. Hey buddy, I gotta wrap presents. Are you gonna wrap the presents? Huh? Do you wanna wrap the presents? Get everything out of boxes. All right, I know. So my birthday is December the 10th. So my birthday was last weekend. And if you have been following me for a while, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with Reba McEntire. Like, I love her. I have loved her for years, low-key, when I have red hair, her and Ariel. But anyway, my fiance got me, I had no idea what he got me for my birthday. And it turns out he got me a guitar that was signed by Reba McEntire, and I was so excited. So maybe I will throw that clip in here as I am wrapping some presents so you guys can see me opening that. Is this your box that it came in? Is this the box of what it is?
No.
No?
That would be too easy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you made her wrap it in like crazy big boxes, didn't you?
You want some scissors?
Yes, please. Is it breakable with me like throwing it around like this?
Not unless you swing it at somebody.
Okay. It says fragile, you liar. You give me a guitar.
Oh, it looks like a guitar.
Huh?
Looks like one.
I have no idea.
You don't even play any musical instruments.
I don't. That's why I was like, oh, it's already open. You did give me a guitar. Shut up.
What?
Is it signed by Reba?
Signed by Reba?
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. Stop. You're gonna have to like build me a case to put it in.
I figured. You put it in your office or something?
Oh my God.
It says love Reba.
Thank you. I was like, I don't play the guitar.
Glad you like it.
I love it. I'm gonna cry.
All right, cry for the camera.
No. Oh. You are crazy. This was probably a fortune. Now shall I learn to play the guitar?
Again.
One present done. So was that not the cutest thing ever? So my mom had asked him to film my reaction because she knew it was going to be a great reaction to that gift. So he filmed it for my mom, and then I was like, well, this is adorable. So yeah, he just surprises me all the time. Like he is so thoughtful, and like I don't ever know what he's gonna get or like what he's gonna do, but he's always surprising me, and it's the sweetest thing. So that is gonna go in my office. I already got like a little hanger, and it's gonna go in my office. So you guys will be seeing that in the background of future videos, I'm sure. So I'm running out of ribbon, so I'm trying to do the best I can with what I have left, because I bought this thinking that it was tulle, and it's like fabric on one. I don't know, I don't like it, so I didn't use it. But yeah, so I'm doing the best I can with what I have left, and hopefully I won't have to go buy any more this season, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to update you guys on life-wise. Things have just been really good. He's pretty much all settled in here, and you know, going back to visit his family right now, but he lives here now. But and things are great. He's bringing his dog back when he comes back this time, so we'll have 3 dogs. So we'll have Swayze, Knox, and his dog's name is Glock. So yeah, that will be fun. This year my niece is 8 for Christmas, and that's just like such a fun age for Christmas. So she's super excited. I got her a ton of stuff, and she's really, really excited about Christmas. So that's fun. I normally would have her right now, but she is with her mom going to the aquarium today. So we're gonna get her probably tomorrow. And then we're just shifting our days around this week, so. And if you have dogs, you understand that every present comes with a little bit of dog hair with it. You're welcome. If you were around for my mother's heart attack, she had a heart attack a couple years ago. And you know, we still worry about her. So I got her a new like blood pressure monitor that has like a heart monitor thing on it, and that's what this is. So not a super exciting gift, but practical. We did Christmas with my fiance and my family before he left, since he was going to be gone for Christmas. So I gave him all his gifts. My parents gave him all the gifts they got him. And now when he comes back, we'll just celebrate New Year's. Yeah, so my brother's not home. He is in the dating world, so he is doing his own thing. Mom, I was like, who did I write that for? All right, so I am going to just wrap some presents, speed this up.
Among all the tinsel and lights, I'm strolling around, just wondering where you have gone to. Are you just around the corner or in Kathmandu? And whether or not you're with somebody new, still I wish you the merriest Christmas. I hope it will be underdog, but still sometimes I wonder if you're near or off yonder, though I couldn't tell you why. But wherever you are, near or off far, outside my door or in some airport bar, I still wish you the merriest Christmas. I hope it will be all that you dream. I have nothing but love for you. You can trust that to be true. Yeah, I wish you the merriest Christmas of all. Girl, I wish you the merriest Christmas. I hope it will be all that you dream.
All right, quick and easy. I had been wrapping presents as they came in, so I'm gonna put all these away and then I'll show you guys the full effect of my Christmas tree, because I just realized that I never showed you the full Christmas tree. So we are going to put these presents under the tree and then I'll show you guys the tree. So here is the full tree, you guys. So as you can see, like I said, presents have to be all coordinated. It's a vibe. And then I keep my tree like very minimal with like color. I like some greens and some golds and some blush. And then I do like, my mom started doing these like pick toppers years ago. And so that's what I do as well. So I just get a whole bunch of picks from Michael's and Hobby Lobby and all those places, and then I make my topper. So that is my tree and my presents. These were the colors of the wrapping paper this year, and then one that I ran out of, which was like the white one, that one. And then I just do all kinds of different ribbon. So yeah, those were the colors for this year's presents. And now I'm done. Oh, and I have to show you guys. So I got us all stockings this year, including the dogs, and I ordered these little name things. So Glock's stocking hasn't come in yet, so his is not on there, but like everybody has a stocking and everybody has their name on it. So like Swayze, and then my brother, and then me, and then Knox, and Sawyer, and Gotham, my fiance. So that is everyone's. Actually, Gotham's is empty because we already gave him his before he left. But all the stockings are different. So the dogs have little bone-shaped ones. Nick and Sawyer have like these like knitted ones, and then me and Gotham have these like green knitted ones with a little poof ball. So anyway, that is where we're at. And I'm going to finish watching the Santa Claus. All right, you guys, we are gonna make some homemade cookies. So my fiance absolutely loves cookies. I call him a cookie monster. And I made homemade cookies right before he left to go back to Canada for the holidays. And he said they were good, and then I tried one and they were disgusting. He was just being sweet. So I asked in the Curves, Curls, and Clothes Facebook group, which you're not a part of, you should join, what your favorite cookie recipe was. And everybody said just the good old Nestle Toll House. If you watch Friends, you'll know that reference. The good old recipe on the back of the Nestle Toll House cookies was the best one. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna preheat the oven. I've had my butter and my eggs sitting out so they could get at room temperature. So I'm gonna preheat the oven to 375. I was gonna have my niece cook this with me, but she fell asleep. So you're gonna need 2 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, no, 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, a cup of butter softened. This is 2 sticks right here. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 large eggs, which I have here, and then 2 cups of chocolate chips. But I'm actually going to add some little M&M pieces in there as well because my niece wanted those. And then 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar and 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. So I'm going to get flour, baking soda, salt, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla out of the pantry. Beat the butter, sugar, brown sugar, and vanilla until creamy. Vanilla. So we need 2 sticks of butter. I'm putting all of this straight into the stand mixer. I don't know about y'all, but my dad got me started on the Kerrygold butter. And I just like can't go back to any other kind of butter now. I'm like such a butter snob. So 2 sticks of butter. I'm gonna put this down a little bit so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing and measuring. Let's get all my ingredients out. There we go. You can't really see my head, but that's okay because this is where the magic is happening. So 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. So I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup and 1/4 of a cup. Could just eyeball it, but I'm trying to get better about being really precise when I'm baking. There just went a lump of sugar. I love baking, I'm just not great at it as I am at cooking, I feel like. So I'm working on it. I'm working on getting better at it. Especially now that I have a fiance that loves cookies. Like, you guys, it's ridiculous. So there's that, and then we'll do 1/4 of a cup. I just got this sugar and it's all like lumpy. All right, and then 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. So I'm gonna do the same, but actually I can probably just stick this in here. All right. And then and then a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're gonna cream that together until it's nice and creamy. So while that is creaming, I'm gonna get together all of the dry ingredients. And then you'll add the eggs one at a time and then the flour mixture gradually. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and while that's, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of my dry ingredients together. My eggs, what to do with them, they're there. So the fastest way I found to get eggs to room temperature is to go ahead and crack them. So what I do is crack them in like a little bowl and then let them sit on the counter and get to room temperature. So we're gonna add 1 egg and then we're gonna beat that really good and then we'll add the other one. Bowl really quickly because we got butter and sugar all on the sides of the bowl. So I'm gonna scrape that down. Make sure we get all of that goodness in there. Some off the paddle. All right, perfect. All right, I'm gonna add the other egg. Get some of this off the spatula. Add in the dry mixture gradually. So I'm gonna put some in and then beat it and then put some more. Just put a little bit. Get it incorporated before you turn it up so you don't have a mess. Alright. I need to get one of those like things that go on the side that makes it easy to pour. Alright. Give it a little stir. Got that. Well, we got some on the thing that we need to get incorporated. Get that off there. Scrape down one more time. Then we'll pull it off the mixer to mix in the chocolate chips and the M&Ms. Now let's pull it. So I have the lift mixer, so we're gonna pull that off, pull the beater off, and then we'll move this aside so that y'all can see what I'm doing. You have one of those like thing that goes in your cabinet for your stand mixer, you know what I'm talking about? Then let me know if you like it, because I'm really thinking about asking for one or purchasing one myself. So, all right, so we got our cookie batter nice and soft, and now we're gonna get it all off the beater because we don't want to waste any of that good cookie. And then we're gonna mix in our chocolate chips. And in our case, this is like just your basic cookie dough. So if you wanna add anything to this, you can. You could add nuts, you can add chocolate chips. We're gonna add mini M&Ms. So, all right. Clean. So the recipe calls for 2 cups of the semi-sweet morsels. And so I think I'm gonna do a cup of those and then a cup of the mini M&Ms. Let's see. A cup of those. And a cup of these. And then we'll see how we feel about it. And if we want to add more, we can add more, because these are our cookies and we can do what we want. So I'm gonna mix all of this in and get all of these M&Ms and chocolate chips all mixed into the dough. And then I'm gonna get my cookie scoop and I'm gonna put them on this parchment, this silicone mat so they don't stick. Oh my gosh, y'all, this smells so good. My niece is gonna be so upset that she didn't get to help, but that's what happens when you go take a nap. Cookies aren't gonna make themselves, you know? All right. This looks yummy. I really wanna try a little bit. That's really good. Drop onto ungreased baking sheet by a rounded tablespoon and bake for 9 to 11 minutes or until golden brown. Makes about 5 dozen How big are those 5 dozen cookies? Wow. I'm just gonna use my medium size cookie scoop. Let's see how many we get out of that. Come on. We'll see how many we get out of this. Don't know that it'll be 5 dozen. This doesn't look like it would make 5 dozen, but I'm not a professional, I don't know. I really don't want them to touch, so we might have to do 2 baking sheets. All right. There's 8 that fit on one bookie sheet. Get another silicone mat. These things are like my favorite things of life. I have like a fancy one that came from like Williams-Sonoma or something, but then I also have like 5 from Amazon. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and form the rest of this into cookie balls and then freeze them. Put them on a sheet and freeze them. So let me get another sheet ready. But while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and stick these in the oven. So they're gonna bake on ungreased for 9 to 11 minutes or until golden brown. So we'll do 9 to start. Hey Google, set a timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes, and we're starting now.
What I do is just put out some parchment and then do the rest of them on that. Put out some wax paper and do the rest of them. And then you have ready to bake cookies, homemade cookies. Now I'm gonna put these on something that I can put in the freezer and freeze them. All right, I pulled them out of the oven. I let them go for 9 minutes and then added an additional 2 minutes. And they're starting to look really brown around the edges. They spread quite a bit. They're still pretty pale in the middle, but we prefer chewy cookies. So I'm hoping that that's what this is gonna result in. I don't think they look that great, to be honest with you. I don't know that I can even move them. So I might pick up the whole silicone mat and put it on my things over here just to cool. Obviously, I'm just not good at cookies. Everything else I can bake. I'm just not good at cookies. All right, I'm gonna let them sit on these cooling racks on the sheets for a minute and let them kind of firm up a little bit. And then we'll move them to just sitting on the racks. But that'll get some airflow on them and help them cool a little faster. And then we'll give them a taste test and see. Don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. Okay, so I've let them sit while I finished editing a video. So let's see if they're still hot. No, they're good. So I'm gonna move them back and then I'm gonna put them out on the cooling racks. And they actually look pretty good. Oh yeah, they're nice and chewy. We like a chewy cookie in this house. It definitely spread more than I was expecting, and I guess that's why they tell you can make 5 dozen. All right, we're back because my camera died, but I broke this one, so I tried it. They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good. I don't know what I would do differently next time. Maybe chill the dough so it doesn't spread as much and they're not as massive, but they taste good. That's all that matters, right? They're not nearly as bad as those last ones that I made. Bless my sweet fiance for telling me they were good. Normally he's super honest about stuff like that. He'll be like, "Hey, babe." But I think because I was wanting to impress him so badly, he was like, "Yeah, they're good." They were not good. He's a liar. All right, so I'm gonna let these cool completely. These broke, so I'm gonna eat them. And then, yeah, put them away. All right, guys, we are gonna end this vlog here, and then we will start a new one for Christmas festivities, or maybe I'll do a what I got for Christmas video. But I hope you all have an amazing holiday. Whatever you celebrate, I hope that you have an amazing holiday and have time with your family and some downtime and get to relax. I know that we have a lot of stuff going on in my family, but I hope to have some relaxing time as well. So I am so thankful for you guys. I appreciate your support and you watching my videos, and it means so much to me. So thank you for making 2021 a really great year, and I can't wait for 2022. It's gonna be so much fun. We'll have wedding activities in 2022, and I'm gonna do a video kind of telling you guys all the details of how he proposed and all that kind of stuff also. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas. Bye.